Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. She had long, golden hair and big, bright eyes. She lived with her mean stepmother and her two jealous stepsisters, who treated her very badly. Cinderella's stepmother made her do all the housework, like scrubbing the floors, washing the dishes, and cleaning the rooms. The stepsisters made fun of her and never let her play with them. One day, a letter arrived at their house. It was an invitation to the royal ball. The king and queen were hosting a grand party for their son, Prince Charming, to find a wife. Cinderella's stepsisters were so excited. They spent days choosing their dresses, shoes, and jewelry. Poor Cinderella wanted to go to the ball too, but her stepmother said she couldn't. Cinderella felt very sad. She wished she could go to the ball and dance with the prince. As she cried in the garden, a lovely fairy appeared. "Don't cry, Cinderella," said the fairy. "I am your fairy godmother, and I will help you go to the ball." With a wave of her magic wand, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a beautiful carriage. Then, she turned some mice into horses and a rat into a coachman. "Now for your dress," said the fairy godmother. With another wave of her wand, Cinderella's old clothes turned into a stunning ball gown. Her feet were adorned with delicate glass slippers. "Remember," warned the fairy godmother, "my magic will only last until midnight. You must leave the ball before the clock strikes 12. Cinderella promised to remember, and off she went to the ball. As Cinderella entered the palace, everyone stopped and stared. She looked like a princess. Even her stepsisters didn't recognize her. Prince Charming saw Cinderella and was enchanted by her beauty. He asked her to dance, and they danced the night away. Cinderella had never been so happy. She forgot all about the time as she laughed and danced with the prince. Suddenly, the clock began to strike midnight. Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning and rushed to leave. As she ran down the palace steps, one of her glass slippers fell off. But she didn't have time to go back for it. She had to make it home before the magic ended. The prince found the glass slipper and knew he had to find the girl it belonged to. He wanted to marry her and make her his princess. The next day, the prince went from house to house, asking every young lady to try on the glass slipper. He knew he would find his true love when the slipper fit perfectly. Finally, the prince arrived at Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters tried on the slipper, but it was too small for them. Then it was Cinderella's turn. The slipper fit her foot perfectly. The prince knew she was the one he had been searching for. Cinderella forgave her stepmother and stepsisters for the way they treated her. She invited them to live in the palace with her, showing them kindness and love. Cinderella and Prince Charming were married in a beautiful ceremony. The entire kingdom celebrated their love and happiness. And so, Cinderella and Prince Charming lived happily ever after, proving that kindness, love, and a little bit of magic can make even the most impossible dreams come true.